How about the Miami Dolphins? Gave us a little heart attack at the end, but we're going to talk about this decisive beatdown of the New England Patriots. What is up, fans? The Miami Dolphins beat the New England Patriots 34-15. Should have been 34-0 if not for some back-to-back stupid plays that we will talk about. But we will get into the Mamma Jam. We will get into all that good stuff. And look at it's gone. It's all gone. Look at all of the stats and everything. Come on, man. You're embarrassing me live on my recording. Come on, man. You really doing this to me now? Really? All right, then we'll just talk about it and we'll get to the stats when they post up. But yes, the Miami Dolphins beat the New England Patriots 34-15, moving up to 5-6. The Indianapolis Colts have lost to the Detroit Lions, which makes them a whopping what? Hold on. 5-7. And being 5-7, they have one more loss than the Dolphins. So now the Dolphins are the 8th seed. I will go into the whole spiel about where we're sitting at playoff-wise and who we need to lose tomorrow night, because the Chargers are facing the Ravens, and that is two teams that are ahead of us. Right now, we are just going to be rooting for the Denver Broncos to lose to the Raiders. But a big crazy one before we get into the stats, hopefully it pops up, is the fact that the Tennessee Titans beat the Houston Texans. Now, when the season started, we were looking at that game and we were all like, that's going to be a rough game. Well, I chalked it as a loss. I know a bunch of people chalked it as a loss, but they really came up and they did their thing, and the Tennessee Titans beat them. So it's not that scary of a game anymore. So real crazy stuff happening there. I might have to go over to NFL.com to look up the stats. Okay, yeah, they do have the stats. And then maybe we'll jump back over to that. So you'll start with the New England Patriots, 23 for 37, 221 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. You have seen the thumbnail. I put Dotson on the thumbnail. I understand that Tua had a fantastic game, but Dotson's interception deserves to be on the thumbnail. You have rushing. I'm just not allowed to show you guys stats. That's just the way it is, isn't it? Let's see if ESPN fixed their problem so I can show some stats. They did. Thank the Lord in heaven. Let's go back to, here we go. So with a 74.3 passer rating, you look at their rushing, we shut down their run game. Antonio Gibson, 6 carries, 30 yards. Drake May, 5 carries, 26 yards. Outside of that, they did not run the ball on us. Demario Douglas, 5 catches, 61 yards. Austin Hooper, 4 for 59, and that touchdown. I will talk about that because those plays absolutely murdered me. Drake May with a fumble loss. Great strip sack from Chop Robinson. They had 2 sacks on the day, one from Barmore and another from Schooler. Interesting name there. Then you look at Tua Tagovailoa, 29 for 40, 317 yards, 4 touchdowns, 128.9 passer rating. That man owns the New England Patriots. He is 7-0 versus the New England Patriots. Our rush game, on the other hand, was non-existent. Devon Achane, 10 carries, 32 yards. Jalen Wright, 7 for 28. Outside of that, we had no running game going. Need to figure that out, because in the year, and especially playoffs, you win by running the ball. But look at Jalen Waddle. 8 catches, 141 yards, 1 touchdown. Jonnu Smith, 9 for 87, 1 touchdown. Devon Achane had 3 for 24, 2 touchdowns. And Tyreek Hill, 5 for 48 yards. Jalen Wright had a fumble that he lost, unfortunately. That's where the other points came from. And we had 4 sacks on the day, a sack and a half from Chop Robinson, getting the chop going. We had 1 from Ramsey, 1 from Sealer. We had a half a sack from Emmanuel Ogbah, and we had the Tyler Dotson interception that definitely needed to be the thumbnail. Looking at the team stats here, we had 23 first downs, so they're 14. We had 4 for 12 on third downs. They had 3 for 14. Penalty wise, did great. They were 10 for 75. We were 3 for 18. But you see here, turnovers, we won that. First downs, we won that. Time of possession, won that. Total yards, we won that. The Dolphins completely dominated the Patriots in this one. But you look at the score and you think, well, they scored 15 points, Doug. Yeah, all in the fourth quarter. On a 4th and 15, a flipping 4th and 15, we give up a touchdown play because of the miscommunication by the safeties. I have to look at the film to see what the flip happened there, that he got so butt naked open. Then we had the fumble. We think, oh, we got the game. It's 31-7. We're going to put in Skylar. Skylar then proceeds to hand the ball off to Jalen Wright. Little high. Both of them kind of mess up the snap, the handoff, fumbles the ball. Gonzalez takes it for a touchdown, and then they get the 2-point conversion, and we're all sitting there like, you kidding me? The Dolphins blew out the Patriots, and I wanted a complete shutout. But of course, with the little mistakes, just horrible. Horrible. Come on, man. But that's it. That's like the only bad I'm going to talk about. Because outside of that, the offense was churning. Yeah, we had no run game really, but we did whatever we wanted to in the pass game. Tua was just on fire. He missed 11 passes out of 40. He was on fire, 317 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle had himself a day. He always has himself a day against the Patriots and the Jets. Just went off, absolutely went off. We are sitting in a great situation. Again, I bring it up every time, and it's probably getting annoying, but it's just, it kills me to see how, not demanding, but the command that Tua Tagovailoa has on this offense. And you see it day and night. Skylar came in for 2 plays, and then they were like, nope, sit down. Sit down. We're going to put Tua back in there. Craziness, just craziness. But this is, 3-game winning streak. 3-game winning streak now sitting at 5-6. Heading to the Packers to take on the Green Bay Packers. It's going to be a cold weather game. This week is going to be crazy on the channel because I have literally 3 days to get ready for the Packers game. So the preview video is probably going to come out Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to do a film breakdown. I might do a film breakdown, and then you get 2 videos on Wednesday with the picks and the preview. I don't like doing the preview the day before because I like to give people a chance to watch it. So I always give it like, games on Sunday. I put it out Friday. I'd like to do that, but we'll see. Crazy short week, but this is it. We're at the point now. We're on a 3-game winning streak. We're taking care of business. We're beating the teams we should be in, the Rams and the Raiders and the Patriots. If only we would have took care of business against the Buffalo Bills, 61-yard field goal, won that one. Crazy game there. Arizona Cardinals, both those games, the offense left the field with the lead. So it will lead or tie. Buffalo, they left the field with a tie. If the ball would have bounced a different way, we'd be looking at a completely different team. 7-4. Looking at a Bills team that's 8-3, 1 game out of but we're sitting at where we're at. We can only control what we can control, and what we can control is just to continue to win the games. If this offense can continue to play at the high level they've been playing for the past 4 weeks, and I'm saying 4 weeks because a lot of people will say, oh, you beat up on the Raiders, they suck. You beat up on the Patriots. Yeah, we also beat up on the Bills and scored when we wanted to, when we needed to. If we can keep this consistency and this high octane offense going, and if Chop continues to develop into the player he's developing into with 1.5 sacks in the past 3 games, I think he has 3.5 sacks. Just keep doing your thing, and if we can get Bradley Chubb back, this is the week that I'm going to be like, is he going to practice? Because if we can get him back, I don't expect him to play versus the Packers. We might be able to get McMorris against the Packers, and Isaiah Wynn might go in for the Packers, but we necessarily don't need to. Might, because our run game kind of disappeared. But if we can get Chubb for the last stretch of the games versus the Jets, the Texans, the 49ers, the Browns, and the Jets again, we could do something here. Now, again, I'm going to knock on wood. I'm not saying anything, but one game at a time. They're doing what they need to do. They're marching down the field. They're making the plays. Tua is making the reads. He's making the throws. He's evading the pressure. We got these guys catching the ball, except for Odell Beckham, who can make one-handed catches, but outside of that, I can't do much of anything else. But this team is finally pulling it together, and now we're one game outside of the wild card spot. Again, we're rooting for the Raiders to beat the Broncos with another big upset. We've seen a ton of them already today, with the Titans beating the Texans, and I think the Chiefs just beat the Panthers. Yeah, they kicked the field goal. But, Detroit only beat the Colts by, 18 points. So a lot of crazy stuff happening this week. Browns beating the Steelers. So if the Raiders can pull off this victory, help us even more. But tomorrow I'm going to look more into this game, look more at our playoff standings, and I will tell you guys who we should be rooting for versus the Chargers or the Ravens. I got a lot planned this week, compiled in, and we are so close to 50,000 subs. You guys absolutely killed the live stream with the likes, with the views, with the subs, everything. Right now we are sitting at 49,971. We need 29 more subs to get to 50,000, and I'm giving away an autographed Odell jersey. So see you guys tomorrow with a deeper dive, and I will also be on Bleacher Report tomorrow at 3 o'clock talking about this game. But like usual, stay classy. My friends out.